Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Hey.
Katrina Swathwood,
Hello.
and Brian Pesfume.
Oh.
Yeah, I just went
Way
for
to
it.
cut me off.
Well, I fucked up the first one so bad that I figured I would just rush through it real fast.
Okay.
My apologies if I burp. I had Katrina and I did a taste test today of this Whopper, this meatless Whopper that apparently tastes just like meat. Do you think it tastes just like meat?
Guaranteed no.
I had one a few weeks ago, and it was. I thought it was comparable.
It was very comparable.
Yeah.
Like the consistency, most vegetarian options, the consistency of whatever they're trying to fake is not
powdery.
good. Yeah, it's not
Breaks apart.
good. But the consistency was that of a
Patty.
So there was that, and she didn't tell me which one was which, and she cut it in half, and I had half of a regular one and half of a meatless one to see if I could tell the difference, which I could. But I feel like it wasn't actually I feel like, because Burger King, I haven't had Burger King in, I don't know,
Years.
5+ years.
Not many around here.
No, there's not. But they pride themselves on flame grilled Whopper, right? The
I'm
flame
sure they
grilled
do.
Whopper.
Flame broiled.
Flame broiled. So, honestly, I felt like that was the difference. Like, I could tell that they didn't flame broil the vegetarian patty. I don't know if it doesn't cook the same way, so they can't.
No, they cook them on this exact same.
Do they?
Yep.
It's
That's the
probably,
only
it
thing
has
that
to do
tastes
with the
different.
fat content. So, like, when you have beef and the way the fat molds into the meat,
Yeah.
that's what gives it its flavor.
So I could immediately tell the difference, but it was very comparable to a patty. Like if you didn't tell me it was a meatless patty, I wouldn't have been able to tell you.
So you'd eat again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you buy it again?
You know what? When in a world where
Is it cheaper than the beef option?
Not in this world.
no, but is it more environmentally friendly?
Not in this world.
I don't know. I honestly think
Possibly.
at some point it's going to be cheaper than the beef option. When
Probably because it's gonna be
when a pot roast cost me $15 at a grocery store, eventually the
pot roast can be multiple meals though.
Not in this house, and the leftovers usually don't get eaten.
By you, I eat leftovers.
That's true. No, I had to throw away the last one.
You don't eat leftovers?
Not really.
How come?
I don't know.
Is it because he eats them too
don't.
fast?
No.
No.
No, because sometimes I don't eat them either.
Yeah. And I throw them away.
Yeah. So about that environment, I'm throwing away food. Man, you want to see through? No, I don't want to go down that road. No. So I wanted to try it, and
See if you can pass the test.
I could pass the test.
Better than Pop-Tarts, huh?
Yeah. What's funny is that episode's not out yet, so people don't know what you're talking about.
Well, by the time this is out, not like this is live.
I don't know.
No, I think we did just as so everybody knows, we did this Pop-Tart taste test
Yeah. say that 5
episode.
times fast.
Yeah, and I think we're putting it up on Patreon.
Oh, okay. So
So-
they won't.
Yeah. So unless you're a Patreon member, you're not gonna
Well,
hear that
let's
for a
just
while.
suffice
I always
to say you didn't win.
yeah.
Nor did
No,
I.
no. Sam won.
Yeah.
I don't think
By a
anybody
lot.
won.
No, we all lost.
Yeah.
No, but they. I always release the Patreon ones down the road, so it'll probably be on Patreon for like 6 months, and then I'll release it regular. It's where everything will be dated because you can hear me screaming out that the Dodgers lost to the Nationals,
Yeah.
so it will be dated.
Yeah. You can't.
So
put
you get
stuff
my
like
live
that in
action.
here.
No, a lot of stuff's come that I wanted to talk about over the last week. Joker, Star Wars trailer that was on
Last night.
last night on Monday Night Football.
I've seen it on every single YouTube video that he put on. It's just.
Which one did you watch? Because I've seen two.
Can you describe the difference?
Well, the Monday Night Football one was
Yes.
longer, I believe.
And it
'Cause
didn't open
I
with
watched it
Ray
2.5.
jumping through the plane.
Okay, I watched a 2.5-minute one, so I'm guessing on TV it was a shorter.
No, what I'm saying is the football one was longer.
Oh, it was longer than 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, because they did like a whole. It was the halftime thing. They did like a whole thing about it, and they were hyping up the whole first half of the game, which is the only thing that was any part of that game. Because I turned it
Exciting.
on and it was 24-0.
Interesting. I'm not sure then.
But the regular one's a little shorter. It had an extended scene with C-3PO as well, which was just like the highlight scene of that trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
But it's longer in the football version. Like
I just want to tell you all, good luck. We're all counting on you. He said something like
No.
No.
Oh,
He
that-
said, I just want to get one last look at my friends.
Yeah.
That was airplane.
Did you
Don't call me Shirley.
guys buy tickets?
No.
Well, okay, so we watched, the trailer was on, and within 20 minutes, Katrina was like, should we buy tickets?
You say, damn
And
right.
I'm like, yeah, let's buy tickets. And the first 4 days were already sold out.
Well, it was just hard to get seats together.
Yeah, and good seats. If you want to sit in front row off to the left, I'm sure they were open, right?
Right.
Screw that.
Well, they would probably sell out anyway. So I wasn't even looking at opening day.
They said tickets for this are 45% higher than they were for Endgame.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean,
Well, it's ending.
Yeah, so was Endgame.
Yeah, that's true. And they're both not really ending.
Well, the main storyline is ending.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
we'll
gonna have
see
their offshoots,
Who pops
but-
up where? If they make another, they say this
No.
Skywalker trilogy is done, but
Well, I'm sure.
or not trilogy, but whatever.
We've been rewatching them all, and it's like, so Anakin was in the first 6, basically. And then the 3 main characters from 4, 5, and 6 were in 4, 5, 6, 7, and the second,
Not 9.
the second and third trilogy. They're part of it.
Yeah, I get it.
So I'm wondering if they'll be, like Rey and Kylo Ren or Poe or whoever will be part of 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12 when they're down the road.
Potentially, I could see that.
Because it could be 20 years from now. I'm sure they have contracts that are like.
I bet it doesn't wait 5 years before you get another numbered one.
Well, Disney self-admittedly said that they kind of put too many out, but
they're still in pre-production on.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
How many different directors?
Well, say they're doing somebody's Rian Johnson, not Rian Johnson. Is it Rian Johnson?
He's doing
his own trilogy,
if not a trilogy.
Yeah, so I'm saying that this one might be 5, 10 years, 15 years down the road. Who knows?
Maybe not.
Yeah, who knows? But the trailer was really good. We have tickets to see it.
Yeah. Brian, you see it? Or we just spoiling?
No, I watched it. That was the only reason why that game was anything interesting. But no, I watched it. It was cool. I've seen it once.
Does the forest planet look like Endor to you?
I didn't think about it.
That's the first thing I thought. It was like, where are the Ewoks?
Because near the end of it, they show, the throne room had that glass window,
Okay.
and they you see debris of that on some planet or something. It's like, oh, did he fall to Endor? Is the Emperor alive? Is that how they're going to explain it? Because if he's really alive, it's not a dream sequence, which it could be. This shit.
Well, you got to figure if Leia can force Mary Poppins through space, that the most powerful
Force Mary
Sith ever can.
Poppins.
Or at the very least, it may just be a MacGuffin that you think he's alive, but Obi-Wan still talked to Luke after
Well,
he was dead.
Katrina and I, while having watched the prequels and everything recently, we were just figuring that Kylo's talking to Palpatine, Sidious, whatever you want to call him,
Through the
Force, yeah.
Or through the Sith.
Which I'm hoping that Liam Neeson is coming back for the
So
show.
I think there's a difference between dying as a Jedi versus transcending as a Jedi.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, Qui-Gon was the first one to learn transcend, according
Well,
to Yoda.
he died.
And he found the way to immortality.
Yoda throwaway line. A friend of ours has discovered a way to talk to us. So hang out on Tatooine for 20 years.
Why would they say that though? If I'm not that they knew that they were going to make an Obi-Wan show, but now they can use Liam Neeson if they want to, as somebody that continues.
That would have been tight. It would have been tight.
Could be. They're making the show.
2
Yeah,
and
if Ian
3.
McGregor's coming back to be Obi-Wan, it could be that storyline of when he's waiting there.
Yeah, I don't know how Liam Neeson felt about Star Wars, but theoretically could have been in 2 and 3 if he had wanted.
We get to watch.
I don't know.
We get to watch Mandalorian next month.
We do.
That should
cool.
be good. Yeah. Did you see Batu in the trailer? No.
Batu?
Yeah, Batu.
Don't know Batu.
Well, speaking of Batu, Katrina and I went there last week when we visited Disneyland.
Oh,
and
that
Galaxy's
planet.
Edge.
Is it supposed to be in the movie?
No.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they'd ever include
It
it
would be kind of cool
in
though.
anything. I did see Lando.
Yeah.
Cool. And you did hear the voice at the end of Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
Right.
I know they said they weren't going to have Leia in the movie, or they weren't going to replace her, nor use CG, but they show a scene with she was hugging Rey.
Yeah.
That just lifted from episode 7.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, she had filmed stuff for this one, right?
I'm sure she had.
She died before they released even 8. I doubt it. I don't know.
Weren't they filmed? They weren't filmed back to back to back?
I don't think so, because Rian Johnson got let go. He was going to do episode 9, and he got dropped after the backlash.
Yeah, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you.
I guess we'll see when it comes out.
Yeah.
This is an Abrams movie, right?
This
I
one is,
believe
yeah.
So he wasn't lined up to do 9 before people got mad at.
No, he just wanted to start the trilogy and let somebody else handle it.
It didn't
Like
go
he did
well.
with Lost and everything he does.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm out of here.
Well, if he lets somebody do any of it, then he doesn't have to take full responsibility for it being fucking garbage.
It's
And that's coming from somebody that actually liked The Last Jedi.
yeah. And you like that better than Star Trek though? You mean Star Trek? That was a good movie.
No, I like both. The third one, the one that he didn't do.
Simon Pegg did, right?
No,
he
it
just
was
wrote it. He just wrote it. Sorry.
it was the guy that did some of the Fast and Furious movies. I thought.
I haven't seen Fast and Furious past Tokyo Drift.
I haven't seen it past the first one.
But you meant to rewatch it. Oh,
We talked about it.
it was on the top 100 or whatever.
Yeah, we talked about it.
All of them were.
yeah.
No, it's not in the top 100 like rated movies.
No. Oh, is that what you're going for rated?
Yeah,
So you're going for, one time we talked about grossing, I thought.
we did.
We did.
Uh,
We quickly changed tactics.
yeah. Speaking of that, I saw the specs on. Do you know any of the stuff that's behind the Lord of the Rings? You saw that Benjen Stark got cast as the main villain, right?
Behind what? Sorry, the show?
Lord of the Rings.
The Amazon show?
Yeah.
No, I hadn't heard any news.
He got cast as the main bad guy. The kid from I don't know how old he actually is. The from
The young man.
what was the
The
Black Mirror
with
movie?
the stuff. Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
The main guy.
The weird guy with the glasses.
The one you
Like,
push off the
one that we
balcony?
pushed off the balcony.
He's in a lot of things.
He's
like The
gonna
Revenant
be
and stuff.
He's gonna be in Lord of the Rings.
I like him. Okay.
No, but they said it's supposed to be the most expensive TV show ever.
Hopefully that's a good thing, right?
Well, no,
It could go
it's
either way.
$1 billion.
Yeah, I don't mean necessarily guaranteeing quality,
But when they signed when they got the rights from Tolkien's family, it was signed on for a guaranteed 5 seasons,
Oh, Jesus.
and the first season had to be, I think, in production within 2 years.
so they had to rush it.
So it'll be in production starting next year.
You know how Peter Jackson feels about being rushed.
And Peter Jackson is going over the script.
That's good. I mean,
So
if anybody should, it's him or Stephen Colbert.
right. No, but okay. So back to Star Wars.
Have Randall do it. Just have him talk through the series.
Left or right?
So we have been planning this Disney trip since May.
May.
May
May
the 4th.
the 4th. We bought our Halloween trick-or-treat passes.
You see your brother down there?
We did.
Cool.
Yeah.
Was he get kicked out though?
What?
Did he get kicked out?
Well, let me. We didn't even stay for that, but
Okay.
so
We'll get there.
we've been planning on it for a long time, and what we do is we go for 2.5 days, and we drop the kids off at school one day, and they don't know when we're going, and we pick them up from school. They're all excited because they know what's going to happen. So we usually drop them off. We were going to drop Daisy off at the kennel, our dog. We're going to get coffee and then go get the kids. So we walk the kids to school, and they do this thing called running club, which they just get points for running
Parker does
laps.
this thing called running club.
So he does one lap, and the second lap, and I think on the third lap, Parker puts his hands against the fence and just starts throwing up everywhere. Like, everywhere.
So you heard or so you saw?
I was
We
walking
saw.
with him. 'Cause
Okay.
you could do it
We
with
were
your
all
parents,
together.
Yeah. So I'm just kicking dirt on it, so,
The other
no
kids.
kids step in vomit. And I take him home, and I'm like, man. He's like, what? And he's like, we were supposed to go to Disneyland today, weren't we? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, no. So I get him home, and I go we already paid for everything. So I take Daisy to the kennel. I come home, and he's like, I can do it. So we go get Oliver. He throws up again in the car. We had a bucket. So we come home, dump it out. We drive up to Anaheim. It's not that far. We get there in an hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half.
I would hate to be in a car sick. That would drive
He
me nuts.
slept.
Kids don't do. I mean, kids.
I know.
Neither one of the kids have thrown up in like 5 years, but Parker and Oliver both just throw up and then do whatever they're doing. So we get up there and we have reservations for the cantina.
Okay.
So Parker's like, I'm fine.
That first day?
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
like, all right.
I finagled reservations that first day for
Yeah.
the cantina.
So we start walking in, and we start walking through. There's different entrances for Galaxy's Edge. There's the main entrance, which is where the First Order goes through, and there's like a back entrance where the Resistance goes through, and it's all like foresty, and it slowly opens up into. So we're walking down that, and you can hear like animals in the bushes and stuff, and then you turn the corner, and there's a fucking X-wing, life-size X-wing right there, and I'm like, and there's not much going on in this part of Galaxy's Edge because the second ride hasn't opened yet. So we start walking through, and I see the market, and it's all like these like tattooing and like everything's like
Open air market.
Yeah, open air market.
Is this your first time going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is first time.
So Parker's like, I need to go to the bathroom. I don't feel good. I'm like, all right. So I take him to the bathroom. He's in there for a long time. He doesn't throw up. He's like, Dad, I can't do this. And I'm like, you want to go back to the hotel? He said, yeah. And this is like 1:30 because our reservation was at 1:55.
Yeah.
So I take him back to the hotel. Katrina goes in there for a split second and gets out.
I go in there for a shotgun beer because Oliver's like, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Because it's loud. And you can't really...
And the thing is, in a lot of these places now, if you make a reservation, you cancel, they charge you anyways.
Yeah.
So I take Parker back to the room where it's 2 o'clock. He throws up again and then falls asleep. He wakes up like an hour and a half later, and he's like, I was like, the Halloween party doesn't start till 6. Do you want to just sleep until then and see if you feel better? And he's like, yes. By this time, I'm starting to feel sick. So it's 5:15, 5:30. We walk back, and he's like, okay, I want to walk around the whole park because we always go to this Halloween party. He's like, I want to walk around the whole park. I want to see all the cool Halloween stuff, and then I'm going to go back. And I'm like, all right. We last 15 minutes. He's like, Dad, I got to go back. I'm like, all right. By this time, I'm getting like the watery mouth, and he gets back, and he throws up. We both have a fever of like 101, and that was our first day at Disney. And I'm like, dude, if we're both sick tomorrow, we're just going to have to go home. And he's like crying. He's like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. We've been planning this forever. Long story short, we wake up the next day. He's fine. Go ahead. Katrina's hair in my beard?
It didn't look like Katrina's hair.
Oh.
Was it my hair?
No, it was just...
Fuzz.
It might have been just your longer hair.
Okay. So wakes up the next day and he's fine. So we spent 12 hours at Disneyland on Wednesday. I walked 36,000 steps.
Nice.
And we were there from like, I don't know.
You counted that.
Yeah, I counted each step. But we got to explore Galaxy's Edge, which is pretty cool. They set it up a way to where it's not super crowded over the top, shoulder to shoulder. I don't know how they did
There's
it, but
tons of
they did.
people there.
There were tons of people there. And for a brand new ride, we waited 35 minutes in line for the
Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run.
What kind of ride is it?
It is...
It's like Star Tours?
No. You're not wearing glasses or anything.
You're sitting in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. Okay. You're sitting in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. So when we walked onto the flight deck and the doors opened from like, I was like, oh my God, I'm on the Millennium Falcon. And
Did we recreate it?
Yeah. There's a light on the ground. There's all the enclaves.
there's
chess
the
set.
circle seat with the chess set in the middle of it.
That's cool.
And I was like, I looked at the boys and Katrina. I'm like, you're on the Millennium Falcon. You have to wait there because there's 4 doors and there's different colored crews, and then you get pulled into wherever you are. So that was cool. And then it's only 6 people per ride, but it goes pretty fast. So there's 2 pilots, 2 gunners, 2 engineers. And we rode it twice. I've been a pilot and an engineer. Katrina's been a gunner and an engineer, but the 2 pilots, one controls left to right with the Millennium Falcon, and one controls up and down. But there's all kinds of switch, and as the switch is light, you have to hit the switches to make the Millennium Falcon fly.
That's cool.
So Parker and I are flying out of Batu, and then it says make the jump to light speed, and the switch lights up, and I have to pull down a lever and flip a switch and go into light speed. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool.
That's tight.
So I mean, I was like a little fucking kid, and the ride's not the most amazing ride, and it's not the signature ride of that park. Rise of the Resistance is going to be, which is going to be a 15-minute long ride.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's like,
I'm wondering how people are going to be in each
I don't
setting.
know, but I read the synopsis of it, and it sounds fucking nuts.
And how can they possibly have 2 different sequences going on at the same time?
I don't know.
They can.
It's going to be crazy. It opens in January, but
We'll see.
The land's super cool. The ride was fun. We went to the cantina the last day we were there instead of the first day, and Katrina got this drink. You go ahead and tell them
The Fuzzy
about it.
Tauntaun?
Yeah.
So it's like this foam on top of like a fancy like cocktail drink, and it actually makes your mouth tingle, and they tell you when they serve it to you not to get it in your nose because it can cause you to have like inhalation issues. But it's really, really, really weird.
Does it smell better alive or dead?
Oh, it was delicious. I don't know what it smelled like.
Well, I mean,
It was a good drink.
What is the cantina anyway? Like you had is that the...
It's a bar.
Okay, so you had reservations for a bar.
do they allow
Yes.
droids? I need to know.
Well, they had a DJ droid.
Oh, yeah, they must. Good. I'm glad that, That was a big problem in the universe.
Discrimination.
Segregation. It's horrible.
And you can bring in your droids that you make.
Perfect.
Yeah, the boys both made a droid, and it's super cool. Like, you can either make a BB unit or an R2 unit.
That's the only choices?
Yes.
Yeah, but no.
I want a C-3PO unit.
But
you can buy C-3PO.
You can. You can buy all kinds of stuff.
Can I buy Anthony Daniels to walk
I don't
around?
think he'll fit in it.
But no, you pick which one you want to build, and then there's this huge conveyor belt with all these pieces on it, and you get to pick the body, the head, the legs.
It's all different colors.
Yeah.
So I'd rather make the lightsaber.
Well, the lightsaber's $200 per lightsaber.
It's a lightsaber, though. If it works, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's like Marshall Erickson lightsaber cutting up the turkey.
Yeah. So, no, the trip ended up being pretty good. Though Parker was pretty disappointed he didn't get to do the Halloween thing.
So was Anthony there that one day?
No, he was there. He went 2 days.
Yeah, he went Tuesday and Wednesday.
So we hung out with them Wednesday.
Cool.
But so the Oogie Boogie Bash is the Halloween party this year, and it's sold out. But I called in and asked if they had any tickets left, and they said we could fit you in next Tuesday or Thursday.
And you said, book it.
So I booked it for Thursday.
Sick day?
No, we're gonna work and go in. The event doesn't. You can't get into the event till 3:00 anyway.
Friday sick day?
No.
Oh, you're all gonna have fun.
Yeah, but the thing is we didn't. Parker's birthday is this week, so we had to pay for his birthday party and his present and stuff like that. So we didn't have exactly the money to pay for it. So I sold my Negan prototype pop figure to pay for the tickets.
Couldn't sell anything else?
I don't have anything else that's worth the amount of money that's highly sought after. I put it on Facebook Funko boards, and it sold in 10 minutes.
You let people bid? You just said price?
I had a couple people message me right away, and I got what I wanted to pay for the tickets off of one guy within 15 minutes. So
nice. You ship it?
No, he asked me if he could pay half of it now and half of it on Friday. So I said, yeah.
Where you got to ship it to?
New Jersey. And there's only
pack it.
I'll pack it fine. I'm not worried about that. I have there's 2 Negan pop figures, and he has the prototype for the other figure.
Oh, so
and he's
now he's got the set.
So now he's got the set. And so I'm like, oh, that's cool that it's going to somebody. I'm pretty bummed I'm getting rid of it, but they don't know that we're going on Thursday, and Parker's gonna fucking lose it. I made sure they were asleep before I said something about it. That's why I left.
Nice.
So, my kids are going to be happy. We're going to go pick them up just an hour early. We're not letting them miss school because Parker missed 3 days last week because 1 day of vomiting and 2 days.
Are they just going to miss practice on something?
Yeah, he'll miss baseball practice, but it's fall ball. Nobody gives a shit about fall ball.
Some kids.
No.
That one kid.
There's that one kid.
Right.
There's that one kid, so. Oh, I didn't make a noise. I just started flexing my hand.
No, I'm saying Brian's that one kid.
Brian didn't care about baseball.
Sure he did.
You a big baseball, big Little League fan?
I mean, I played Little League for like 5 years.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you any good?
I had my moments. And then once I broke my collarbone, and then after that I sucked ass.
How did you break your collarbone?
I was rollerblading down a hill, and there
there
was a hill.
Pup inside?
What's up?
What?
There was a hill by my house where I could rollerblade down into the grass and just slide and be fine. So I tried it again on another hill, didn't work, and
Mistake.
I just fell head over heels and.
What is the purpose?
Princess Buttercup?
What is the purpose of the collarbone?
The purpose of the collarbone?
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a way to connect the scapula with your sternum. I think it's a way to to attach to some of the musculature around.
I heard it's fairly
useful.
Useless.
I don't know many people that don't have one.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Did you know this before you started rollerblading? Did you think about the consequences?
But lots of people have.
I actually had because I had a pet ball python, and I put the ball python around my neck, like when me and my buddy George were going around. And luckily, I gave him the ball python before I rolled down the hill. It was a big hill too.
Lots of people have appendixes, but they don't do anything anymore, really, do they?
They
explode.
They're not necessary, but people have them. There are a few muscles in the body that some people do and some people don't.
Are collarbones necessary though?
Yeah.
It seems like such a
Prove it.
Yeah, prove it. Let me have yours.
No, there's certain
Wouldn't you
muscles you don't
proving
need,
it be
but
taking
you
out
probably
your
need
own?
the clavicle. Yeah.
eventually.
You're gonna have bones removed. So you're gonna be like those girls that have the bottom ribs taken out so they can be thinner.
That's a myth.
Okay.
Have you seen that? Somebody that's actually done it?
No.
I'm assuming those are
I'm
floating
sure
ribs.
we can.
Yeah. Well, there was the whole Marilyn Manson did it so he could suck his own dick. Like, that's a myth.
I don't believe that.
No, I don't believe it either. But I'm
he tried it.
Yeah, well, they're like he went in there for that reason.
So odd request.
Yeah, I need to get this removed.
I need to really be flexible. I can't tell you why.
We ate at the Blue Bayou for the first time too, the restaurant inside of Pirates.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, what was that?
It was okay. I'll never eat there again.
Food wise
Interesting.
or experience wise?
The experience was cool. The food was average.
How's it look from the inside out? Is it just darkness on the other side?
No, you can see.
You can see the boat people looking at you and going, "Look at those rich people."
That was recently too.
Gross.
So it is a thing.
That seems like a disease, though.
Yeah, body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
And some surgeon agreed to it.
mental disease. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there's
I'm willing to do it. I'm not going to do it, but for the right price, I will do it.
so we ate. Yeah, we ate at Blue Bayou. We did a couple things.
And
They
what did
were
you
kinda
get?
neat.
Did you get frog legs?
I got a steak,
Yeah.
but it was like
The
I think-
thinnest steak
I think
I've
I
ever
paid.
seen.
I think I paid $4 less for this steak than I did when we went to the steakhouse at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
And the steak at Comic-Con was probably 70% thicker.
Is the best steak you've ever had still the one in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good. I'm a New York strip fan. That's my nose just plugged up. That's my steak right there.
all types of strips.
Chicken strips.
I do like chicken strips.
Little darling strips.
I've never been to a strip club in San Diego.
Me neither.
Have you ever been to a strip club?
No, but still, the first answer is
Yeah, the answer to that
Accurate.
one is no as well. I've only ever been to one. It made me uncomfortable. I still no.
yeah, but you should have went to the one with the guys.
I probably would have felt more comfortable.
Hey, fellas, lap dance.
I'll let you take that how you may. No, but I really wanted to come on here and talk about Star Wars because I felt like a little kid in there, man. It was so fun.
And so now you're pumped for the new one, the movie.
Yeah. Well, the I can't believe fucking the Astros lost that first game. That's nuts.
Crazy.
It's the first game.
Well, Garrett Cole, the starting pitcher for tonight, he lost. He hasn't lost in 25 starts. He was 19-0 in his last 25 starts. Crazy.
How,
So is he gonna
how
break
could
some
you
shit?
be 19-0 but start 25
You
games?
keep the lead, but then you lose at the end.
You're
right?
not winning.
No,
going
you're
when
just
you go
not
out
winning
of the
going
game.
in when you're out of the game. So you could go six
So
scoreless.
the next
But the
Pitcher.
If you were winning,
well, say both teams go six. Both pitchers go six scoreless, but there's not a deciding run until after the pitcher's out. He still started, but he's
So
not.
he
gonna
didn't get the
victory.
win.
the loss only
You have to be
counts
the
guy who
pitcher
gave
in
up
the game at the time to get the win.
So he has to go like 9 innings.
No.
No,
So if
they would have
So-
to score a run
so
while he
it-
was
If
pitching.
the run happened on
both
his watch.
pitchers go 6 innings.
Okay.
Nobody
Say
scores.
the Nationals Astros both go 6 innings, and the Astros score 3 runs, and the Nationals scores 0. He's the winning pitcher when he goes out, so he would be in line for the win.
It's the other
If there's
guy's-
no runs scored, there's nobody in line for the win yet. So a relief pitcher can get a win.
Oh.
Get it?
I do now.
I also
Get
think a
it?
starting pitcher has to go 5 innings to get a win.
Toy.
6 innings and 3 runs and less is considered a quality start. We can keep going.
Nah.
I don't think we need to. Good for you.
Yeah, I don't care who wins this. I like both these teams.
Harvey
I think
Dent.
Fox cares
Can we
because they're not
trust
going to
him?
win any
Can
money.
we-
No,
Trust
nobody's watching this. This is, I guarantee you, the Clippers-Lakers game got more viewers than this tonight.
Which is
Probably.
sad.
Well, it was
What's
the first.
over under on that?
So Joker.
I need to see it again.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it, and I want to see it again. Like
Did
it
you
was a
not
good
like
movie.
it?
No, I did like it, but
You
I
snooze?
need to see it again to just watch
Digest
Absorb.
it.
it. Yeah, I need to view it.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
Yeah.
You're right, Katrina. There is a lot going on.
Thank you.
It was. We started that day. We had the Monday before we went to Disneyland. We had the day off, so we went down to Point Loma and we got
Tortured.
Oh, that was your treat yourself
Yeah.
day, wasn't it?
We got
It
a
was.
we got a massage.
Oh, I would call that torture.
And then we went to the movies, and then we went to the Liberty Station Food Hall. Have you guys been there? You
No.
have, right?
Where?
It's so
The
good.
Liberty Station Food Hall.
Yes.
And we ate at 3 different places there.
Got some food, got some drinks,
Yeah, but
walked around.
Jesus.
the masseuse
Good day.
definitely saw my wiener that day.
Nice.
This person was not a wizard with the sheet.
A wizard
wait,
with
wait.
the sheet.
You know you can undress to however you want. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have
Correct.
to get naked.
Well, the
No,
first
we know.
time I
We
left my
prefer-
underwear on, and I was like, I don't need to do this next time. So I just got naked this time.
Oh.
You leave your underwear on?
I usually don't. I usually do upper body work, so I just take my shirt off. I don't usually
Oh.
like drop trow.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, even if somebody, like, I have no shame in somebody that this is their profession. They're not looking to catch a glimpse of anything. So I'm like, I don't even care if they did.
You never know, man.
It
That
doesn't
could be
really,
why they
it,
got into the business.
it doesn't really matter.
You could have made him or her his or her day.
Yeah,
I don't
you
really
both got
care
your
either.
kicks.
These ladies were fairly rough.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna put, like, you could put pressure, like low, medium, or hard, and I was gonna put hard, and I was like, you know what, I'll just put medium.
And I
was
put
like-
medium, and I typically am not the fan of.
And I was like, oh my god. This is
Yeah, I felt like I was
ridiculous.
Were they
dying.
walking on you and shit?
No.
Not at this one. This one we had a Swedish. Last time I think we had a
Thai.
Thai massage. I think I like the Thai massage better.
I don't think we had a choice last time.
We didn't.
Probably a tie. What's the difference? Can you tell me?
I did like the.
One did they use elbows, the other they use chopsticks?
Well, it seemed like these ones were long strokes instead of concentrated, like kneading.
Is it on your back?
It was from head to
Okay.
toe.
Okay.
What? No,
that
you
made him feel uncomfortable.
no, you flip around and you go on your back too.
They need everywhere.
Yeah. They tuck it right in your crack, the sheet right in your crack, so they can massage your legs. I'm all right with it.
I'm new to this. You have to explain.
You
it
only
to
ever
me.
get upper body massage? You never get your like legs done?
I have once, but I most of my tension is in my back.
Mine too.
So, well,
Like-
most people's are just because of some other anatomy stuff.
But I'm telling you,
Anyway,
like the foot stuff felt good. I like that Corey's chuckling.
you mean like getting your foot
Hilarious.
massage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it always feels great.
Well, yeah, and one of my favorite parts was my calves, and I didn't even think.
See, I
that-
don't like that.
I liked it a lot.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was
Did
nice.
it hurt?
A little bit.
I'm
So-
assuming it would because of the way you walk.
How's
What
it
the
walk?
feet turned out?
Mm-hmm.
I've walked that way my whole life.
The
No,
duck
you
walk?
didn't.
But yes, I do.
No.
You've got a penguin
Okay.
walk going.
All right. As much as this is your profession, like you know your own body better than other people do.
Well,
I've been made fun of this since I was a little kid, like a little kid. Like some
He's
kids
always
walk,
walked that way as long as I've known
some
him.
kids walk pigeon-toed.
Yeah.
I'm on the opposite, and I've been that way my whole life. I've been made fun of since I was in first grade for this. Like, I know that this is how I walk, Brian. I'm not trying to be like, I didn't, and I'm not trying to tell you you're wrong because...
no, I'm just thinking of your hip angle might cause you to rotate out, so that's where your
It
feet
might be
go.
worse now than it was, but I've always walked with my toes pointed out.
He's always walked that way, as far as I remember.
But he doesn't run that way. Explain that.
I don't run.
That's very
that's the best
accurate.
Solved.
explanation.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's just how it is. I'm not trying to I have no reason to lie to you.
I know. I don't believe you are.
He believes you're mistaken, but
He's like, you think this is the truth, but it's not the truth.
how confident are you, Brian, that this is a new, recent happening?
I don't think it's recent. There's a. I'd have to do some further.
My
testing.
hips started
We have to go back and watch the video
functioning incorrectly when I
from
was
the
in.
zombie run.
Tilted
fucking
pelvis.
4 years ago.
Yeah,
Can you go to medicine woman and have it crack you back into place?
I don't think that's what they do. Oh, you mean
Yeah,
like
that's what they do.
The voodoo women?
Yeah.
No.
Medicine women?
The Blue Bayou?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have in there.
Holistic medicine is bullshit.
I don't know. Some people swear by it.
Yeah, some people fucking swear that vaccines don't work. So I
That's
mean,
very
we
true.
we can go down these roads. That's why we have fucking measles outbreaks now, because people are fucking stupid. You guys get your flu shots yet? No.
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 You're failing society.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Are you going to?
Yes.
Okay. I know Corey isn't.
No. You get one before or after you got sick?
We?
We got it weeks ago.
Yeah, we got it 4 weeks ago, man.
Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't the cause.
No.
That's a myth. The flu shot does not
How
cause
do you feel
flu.
autistic?
Oh my God.
You know what? You know your if you get the flu after the flu shot, not like from it, but if you get it, you catch the flu down the road, you're 60% less likely to die.
I'm sure.
He's
Yeah.
not sure.
Why wouldn't you get it? They're free. I'm surprised they don't offer a clinic at Home Depot. to get you.
I'm sure they do.
I very rarely get sick.
That's until you get the flu and die. I mean, 60,000 people in the United States die every year from the flu.
I'm sure they're.
Anthony had somebody at his work that was 33, healthy.
Yeah, that's
died.
weird.
Yeah.
I'm
It
sure that's the
happens.
outlier, though.
Well, it's typically very old, very young.
Yes.
But, I mean, the flu last season was exceptionally bad, and the season's lasting longer each year, so it's like...
Still a hurricane.
There's
It's like
no-
fire season. It's all year long now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can go down the road of climate change and why this is happening. Do you see UC Berkeley launched the first ever earthquake preparedness app? Like, you know how tornadoes have warnings?
Yeah. So, like, how much of a warning are we going to get?
It could be nothing. It could be minutes.
Really?
So, I mean, it's
I know
still
there's no way to tell.
it's still in trials. Well, it has a lot to do with UC
Changes
Berkeley
in,
being having access to people's phones as well. So you can allow them to have access, and it monitors seismic activity and different things. Like mine's constantly on now.
So it's not like you just have a dog in the room, just watch it for when it
Yeah,
starts
it's like
barking.
it's like a canary, or
Yeah.
catfish in the toilet, or whatever.
Sound
that
the
thing
alarm.
is.
Oh wait, it's just hungry.
Catfish in the toilet.
Yeah, catfish in the toilet.
How many false alarms do you get though?
I haven't gotten any.
I don't know. I got a text message from the president one time, and that was terrifying. So I'd rather have.
What was it?
something- He sent it to everybody.
Did he? Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah, what's up? I did a Trump impersonation the other day, and it was actually all right. I don't think I could do it on command though. You were here, weren't
I
you?
was here.
And I was.
I don't remember what I was here for. Something football related.
Something.
It wasn't very bad. I was like, it came out kind of all right. I got to work on that.
I just think of the Alec Baldwin impression on SNL now.
Yeah, his lips are what sells it.
Squinty eyes.
Dead
Yeah.
lips.
God, that guy's terrible.
If there's an earthquake and you're on the freeway, you're just supposed to keep driving. If you get the alert,
You can pull off to the side.
if you're in the fast
I
lane.
don't think I want to stop if I'm on a bridge.
Yeah.
Granted, most of the bridges in San Diego, I think all of them have been retrofitted to be like if one hit here, it's not like one hitting in like South America,
Yeah.
where the.
all the shacks go down.
But with that said, the most I think it's something like 70 or 80% of the bridges in the United States are like past.
The point of
Yeah, they need to be
how long
repaired
it
and
should
stuff.
have
It's
lasted.
infrastructure is a real thing. I mean, if you took $100 billion away from the defense fund, we'd still have like 6 times more spent on defense than any other country, and we could like actually do stuff to our country.
Yeah.
Why do that?
But then you lose a lot of jobs in the military. I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
you could just not charge $50 for a nail and $200 for a hammer.
If
And,
they can't even fix that in freaking like hospitals. I mean,
I know it's horrible. Well, you can't fix it anywhere.
no.
I mean, they're cutting mental health stuff. I mean, you saw
I saw
Arthur
the
Fleck.
Joker.
I'm trying to get back there.
Brian, have you seen it?
Yes,
Dude, he
I saw
lost
it.
Go ahead.
52 pounds for that role.
He looked like he lost 52
Yeah,
pounds for that
he
role.
looked terrifying.
Some people got mad that he stated that losing that much weight was empowering, because there's a lot of people that struggle with weight loss and weight gain, and they have issues like body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
But I can understand how if you have control over something, like it can be an empowering thing.
That's called anorexia.
Yeah, I mean, being
Yes.
able to
No, I mean, it is.
not just losing weight. I mean, having the like a lot of people get into stuff like
But
that.
this was
because
an
it's one
unhealthy
aspect
amount of
they
weight.
Control. For the method actor as he is. It was just an interesting response. Some people took it one way, some people took it the other.
Well, that's
Everybody
every
has an
single
opinion.
thing
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the world people take.
Christian Bale did it better, right?
for what, the machinist,
Yeah.
machinist.
Who got
He,
skinnier?
he lost a lot of weight for that other movie too.
The fighter?
The boxing
Yeah.
movie.
Not that
The
kind of
machinist,
weight.
he lost. I mean, nobody's lost that amount of weight. That's well, Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers
Right.
Club.
Did he lose that bad?
He lost a lot.
he
of
looked
weight.
like he was
Have you
not
ever
a
seen
good
him?
person.
No,
Look it up on your phone.
my phone won't work.
Look it up on your phone, Brian. But
Who? McConaughey?
McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club.
And then pull up Jared Leto and make that your background.
No, I like the movie. It's very polarizing. Like some people love it and some people hate it.
I was surprised afterwards looking at the Rotten Tomatoes
68%.
that it was so low.
Yeah. Well, especially because it got like the #1 award, the Toronto Film Festival, and
Yeah, it came out to get way high and then it kind of sank.
I
but
still think he's going to get an Oscar nomination.
I hope so. Audience score is really high. But I wasn't even a side note, like I watched like Zombieland, and that has okay, it's pretty scary.
You saw Zombieland?
One.
Oh,
I showed BB, and whatever it was on, it had the Rotten Tomato score next to it, and it was, I think it was like 90 or something like that. Like that's not better than Joker.
well, I think that this is so. It does hit a lot of people the wrong way.
People thought it was so depressing that you're like, I'm going.
Well, it's not only I was reading the review from a black film critic,
Okay.
and I like Brian said, I'd have to see it again to pick this stuff out. But he said the only time black people were represented in the movie is where somebody was shitting on him, and I'm thinking everybody's shitting on him almost the whole movie.
The clerk in the mental asylum wasn't being a dick.
So I mean, I'd have to go back and see, but none of us look at it from a perspective of a black person, so I can't really speak to that.
Like, that guy seemed cool.
But
What, giving him information that he shouldn't have given
No,
him?
I mean, he's like, man, I'm gonna try to hook you up, kind of, and
then he realized
Arthur's
he's a crazy
He's
person.
like, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should come. You know, it's like, bro, come back. He wasn't being a. Everybody else in the movie, unabatedly was an asshole to him.
Did you ever think that Zoe Beetz was actually there?
No.
I didn't either. I was like, she's not there.
So yeah, after the first dream sequence where he imagined himself on the Tonight Show, whatever it was, I'm like, okay, she's not really digging his jokes. But I didn't think, cut to the end real quick, that it was all potentially up in the air, may not have happened. So it got me on that.
What do you mean?
That potentially none or some of it may have happened. The whole movie.
I mean,
I don't even think she actually put the gun to her head in the elevator.
no, you're saying anything in the whole movie happened.
We don't know. And me and BB had a talk like on the way back.
I don't think that's accurate.
And I said I would like in my mind if it went like 80% of the way, but
Well, I mean, why would there be riots in the streets of people dressed as clowns if those 3 guys hadn't been killed?
did that ever happen?
Well, then why would there be riots?
Did that?
You mean
happen?
say nothing ever happened? Then that's a shitty fucking movie.
Now, does that break the movie though?
Yeah, it
for
does.
you?
I think it's garbage then. If you take it in that perspective, I think it's a shitty movie.
I think that's kind of funny that, I mean, it's all fake, but when you realize that the whole movie may have been fake for being fake, it like devalues
but
it a little.
it exactly pointed out the things that he was imagining, like she disappeared from those scenes.
Right.
But the other stuff didn't disappear.
So somebody pointed out that the room he's in doesn't look like the wallpaper or the building, the Arkham Mental Hospital, that he may have been there for longer, we thought. And the only thing I think for sure, like the movie lets you guess it, so it's not right or wrong to say one way or the other. But considering during that part they show the scene of basically Bruce Wayne's parents dead, that happened, right? At the very least.
it would have to.
That may have been the only crime he actually did. At a minimum,
He didn't
do
commit
that.
crime.
We don't know that. He could have.
Now you're trying to dissect things that aren't even there.
So,
You're going really far out on a limb to say
Say
that nothing in the movie happened.
say he never killed the guy on the Tonight Show. There was no clown riots. Somebody killed Bruce Wayne's parents, and he thinks about it, he imagines it, or he knows about it because he's laughing about it. I don't know.
He's not laughing
No.
about it.
Well, he said it's something funny. I can't tell you. You won't get the joke. And it was right after they show that. So, I don't know.
You don't see it this way at all, do you?
No, like he imagined everything with the girl.
Yeah.
But everything else happened.
Yeah.
Like just watch
because
the-
he was slowly weaning off of his medication.
the
Do you
movie.
understand like how mental health medicine affects somebody's brain and how they
I'm not saying you
change?
specifically. I'm just saying people that have this perspective. Is this your perspective?
No, I don't know what was it. I would like that it made it all the way to the end. Like I think that's a really cool that he started this whole craziness.
I think you would, if you're going to go that route, you would show the other portions of it disappearing as well. You either show all of it disappearing or none of it.
Maybe.
You wouldn't pick specific things to
Is
say
it
weren't real.
like the Inception thing. They just want to leave you on the what really happened? Was it real? Is it not?
Well, I mean, Alan would tell you that that didn't matter because he had accepted his reality and it didn't matter anymore.
Didn't Michael Caine come out and confirm
That
something happened?
that
I
he
didn't
wasn't
read it.
dreaming anymore.
Yeah, it's like
Does Michael Caine have insight onto what's his name is the director? What's his face?
More so than any of us do.
Not
And
more than-
if Nolan didn't come out and discredit him and say no, that's not, then I don't know. It was far back But I don't agree with that.
In your mind's eye, personal view, how much of it did happen or what was fake?
I think everything happened except for the girl.
Okay, so at the end when he's laughing to himself and he's locked up, because at the end he didn't get arrested, right? He was just being triumphed. Like it was like, oh yeah, joke.
Well, I'm assuming that the cops came and
then wheeled him away, and then that's the scene that we're at.
Yeah, and then he killed the lady he was talking to, right?
Yeah, because you saw his blood,
the bloody footsteps walking out of the van.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So
and then he was running away from the orderlies.
Yeah, I think everything happened except for the girl. Because he's legitimately crazy and he could legitimately kill somebody, but he
was rationing his medicine in the movie.
Do you think then you could argue, did he ever make it on Tonight Show? Do you think how plausible would that have been? Because he dreamed about being on that show before.
He did,
and it just went off.
But then it also showed him that he was dreaming there,
right?
And he was dreaming about the girl. So it very clearly shows you what.
I think if anything, I don't know what's right or wrong. I think that's the point of it.
I didn't see it that way at all, and I hadn't even. Well, I don't read a lot of reviews.
I looked up after what people thought. So
what people? Those people are stupid. Those people are the reason that it's a 68%.
I wanted to see what all the negative reviews on Rotten Tomatoes were. It seems like this is a depressing movie that is not very much fun.
That's fine.
That's called life.
Yeah, so I'm like, she shit on it then?
Yeah. That's like when parents took their kid to Deadpool. We're like, this is not a Marvel movie.
I turned one before I knew what Rick and Morty was. I was like, I heard this cartoon is really good, and Rick was like, come on. He was like, shut the fuck up, Morty. And I'm like, oh, nope.
Oh, nope. Pause.
No, but I feel like if you're clearly showing something that's not real, like they showed it to you and then showed you that this isn't real. They showed him imagining himself on the show. They showed him imagining the girl. Why wouldn't they show him imagining the other stuff? Like I can't quite get past that.
I just think it's the Inception thing. Like leave it to the audience to decide.
But I don't feel like they're leaving it to the audience. I feel like they're explaining it to you.
They're explaining you how his mind divides and how he can create something out of nothing.
If you know he's delusional, and at the end of the movie he ends up being worshipped by people, is that more likely?
But I don't think he was worshipped
delusion?
by people. This is about a small faction of the city that's being forgotten and that nobody is paying attention to. All their funding's being cut. They don't have anywhere to stay. They don't have a home. It's not the entire city. It's a small portion of the city. And you had to assume that he was in the Narrows, right?
I mean, yeah, you could.
I think you're really just trying to make us argue about dumb shit.
No, usually I think Corey tries to pick the opposite side just because. But this time I'm like, I feel like you really feel that way.
I think if he's prone to delusions, we don't know what.
You really think he's like going
I don't think he's arguing for the sake of arguing this time. I think he's arguing because that's it. But
you can slowly see his mind change throughout the movie because at the beginning he knows that there's something wrong and that's why he's going to his appointment. That's why he's taking his medication. And as soon as he gets cut off from that, it slowly changes into a different world. And you can tell. Like I can even tell with my own kid a medication day versus a non-medication day. And it's completely polar opposites. You can see manic behavior.
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, as a filmmaker, why would you show that some stuff is imagined and then let people make their own decision over here? Just not do it all. Let people make their decision for the whole thing. Be like, is this real? Is it not? Like Tyler Durden is Edward Norton. I mean, it's just, they reveal it. I mean, but
I don't know. Does he get artistic style points for ambiguity? Like. That's a complex movie because it leaves you wondering or questioning.
See, but I didn't
wonder
a question.
I didn't wonder a question. Shit,
it's out there. I mean, you thought it was just cut and dry. So when you said at the end, "Oh, you want to get the joke?" That everything that happened up until that point got him locked up somewhere, and he was just reminiscing about what actually happened.
I mean, he did shoot a guy on TV. Were you surprised by that?
No, yeah, I just was counting down like he better do it, because
you thought he was going to shoot De Niro.
Yeah, it gives you.
You didn't think he was going to shoot himself?
No, it gave you that misdirection.
You didn't think he was going to shoot the audience?
No, I thought he was going to shoot De Niro from before the movie came out. I thought he was going to get on TV and assassinate him.
Oh, I didn't make that.
Yeah,
where did you get that from?
It's just the vibe. He gets invited on a show if somebody makes fun of him, so he just kills him on air.
I didn't even know he got invited on because somebody made fun of him. I don't know if I watched the trailer for this movie. Oh, no, I did. You made some weird connections in this movie.
What?
I said you made some weird connections in this movie.
You didn't see it coming? Did you not see it coming until it happened?
I thought he was going to shoot somebody. I didn't know he was going to shoot him specifically.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was going to do. I knew he was going to do something big.
He was going on that rant. That was tight. And it's weird to like root for the psychopath that is clearly a piece of shit.
I didn't.
You didn't root for him at all?
No, I didn't find myself rooting for him in this.
Okay, he was getting.
I find myself I enjoyed watching the character's descent
by the time
into what he was doing, but I didn't root for him.
he made his last speech, and I was like, okay, he's finally standing up for himself. Kind of like, okay, this is cool.
I agree with some of the stuff, like when him saying, some people are forgotten, and that's true, and that sucks. I mean, that's a world we live in now, where certain groups of people with mental health are just forgotten, and
They're not cared about. That's more accurate.
They're supposed to pretend like they don't have these things, and it sucks. Which is why by having an anxiety disorder, I by no means I'm not bipolar. I don't have anything like seriously like he did, but borderline. I mean, he had some serious issues.
Well, it's like schizophrenics. You get them medicated, and they start to do better, and they're going along their day, and then they start to think that they're better, and they don't need their medication anymore. So they
like
stop
the vaccine
taking
thing.
it. Right. So then they stop taking it, and then they descend back into their schizophrenia, and how things just start to fall apart, and it's this huge cycle.
To go full Tony Stark, I once read this article about these nanobots that you could take, and it was a pill that you take, and it would stay in your body, and it would be Bluetooth, and it would monitor for people with like schizophrenia, it would monitor the amount to make sure that you're taking your medicine, which is kind of cool.
The only question I brought into this, and I asked you, is he the real Joker, or is he an inspiration for a Joker character?
I don't think it matters either way.
Not a DCU Joker.
An inspiration. I mean, I think even
people like the age discrepancy. Like most people think that Batman and Joker are a similar age, and now you've got a 30-year difference.
I saw an infographic comparing Bruce Wayne to Jack Nicholson, and the age difference was comparable to Arthur Fleck to Bruce Wayne in this. So I mean,
because Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins came back like at his early 20s, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mid-20s, maybe.
I'd say mid-20s.
Okay, and then a lot of the theory behind Ledger's Joker was that he was a war vet, and then he had PTSD, which probably you're looking at like mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
Different Joker, different universe.
Yeah. I'm just thinking.
I think the Joker's done so many ways, but that you could say this is the Joker, or you could say it's an inspiration for the Joker, and they could both be right.
It's one of the reasons I stopped watching Gotham is because there was every villain was in it, and there was no Batman. I'm like, not all these villains are 15 years older than the Batman. I didn't like that at all, and I just kind of stopped.
I don't even. I mean,
there's like a few, Strange and Mr. Freeze, and some of those guys are older, but Penguin, Two-Face.
Penguin could be older.
Yeah, Penguin, but like. I don't know. I just figured Joker was like similar-ish.
I don't know.
I haven't thought about it. In comics, you really can't tell, and every movie's different.
I think it could be either or, though. Like you're saying, like it could be. Although that scene, so we'll say that. But that scene at the end where he takes the blood and he smears it on his face, that was fucking gnarly.
Yeah. Have you seen that? There's people. Whoa. That was a bad car accident.
Boat.
Have you seen people are like flocking to those stairs and like dancing down those stairs now?
No, where are they at?
Brooklyn.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Except there's gonna be like a ton of people there now.
It's like Rocky, running up the steps.
That whole dance he did after he assassinated De Niro's character was kind of interesting. Like he was kind of like a what was that kid's name in Mad TV?
I didn't watch Mad TV.
You never seen that shit? Stuart, and he's like, look what I can do, and he would just flip his feet. That's kind of looked like he was doing.
Well, I got a very Buffalo Bill vibe from some of the movements he did.
Okay, I can see that.
Very slow. And classical.
He did like these,
deliberate.
Yeah, everything.
I think that's part of his therapy. It was a way to calm himself down.
Dude, he fucked that dude up that came to his apartment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
So it's like, speaking of that scene, did you get was your theater like super quiet, and then you got bursts of laughter like in really dark moments?
No.
I mean, when the guy couldn't open the door.
Correct. The whole audience burst out laughing.
I think there were some giggles.
And I think that's freaking, like, this is a weird movie where you're, like, appalled, like, oh, that guy just got murdered. And there's a hysterical scene, hey, I can't reach the doorknob. Can you open it for me?
I liked some of the cheesy movements of, like, I'm punching out. And he punches the thing off the...
when he walked into the glass door at the hospital.
Yeah.
It wasn't a funny moment before that, and he walks right into it, and it's freaking, the whole audience went fucking ape shit.
I didn't laugh.
I didn't either.
I got a chuckle.
You guys don't listen to Marin, but Marin had been talking about being in that movie for a long time. Did you see how much he was in it? Do you even recognize him?
Did you even recognize who it was?
4 seconds.
Yeah, he was in it for like maybe 20 seconds.
Who was he?
He was De Niro's assistant with the beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I noticed that. That's cool.
I mean, I'm sure being on screen with De Niro is like, he talked about it being like super cool, but yeah, that was Mark Maron.
That's really tight.
Brian Callen was in it too. You know him? He's a comedian. He was in The Hangover. He was the guy that at the chapel.
Yeah, he was.
He was one of the clowns. You only see him in a reflection, but you can hear him talking.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
God, why do you think he was his boss? Different dude?
That was a different guy.
Okay.
But I mean, Todd Phillips is based in comedy, and Brian Callen
Did he have
and
a
Todd
cameo
Phillips.
in it?
What?
Todd Phillips?
I was trying to see. I didn't see him in it. They did a really good job of making New York look like 1970s New York, really dirty and
Full of
Gross.
trash.
yeah.
That added to it. The
It's
whole
full of
vibe.
trash when I was there.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we've only been to New York the one time, but it was not dirty, but like all the trash was piled
piles
up on the
on
end of
the
the street for the trucks to pick up.
Yeah.
It was, but I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty good. I thought he did a really good job.
Well, he really leaned into the mental health issue.
Well, it's because he's a fucking crazy person.
That's true. Mr. I can't do comedy anymore.
Yeah, that's what I said. Man survived
After being impaled.
after
A car was
car.
impaled.
That is nuts.
Did he
That's
duck?
Final Destination.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, there's his shirt.
No, that's an airbag.
He must have just dipped to the left and just
Prayed.
something.
I think this was the best villain origin story you could probably do.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm not saying it's the best Joker. I won't say that. It's up there. If you had to rank them, because I don't know if it's IGN or somebody else ranked it.
I know that I've been given shit for Suicide Squad, but I didn't hate Leto. I'm sorry. It's just a different take. I really liked his
He was a
laugh.
gangster.
I liked that he was like this crazy gangster person.
Is it
What-
bad? You could be a great actor, but if you give him a shitty script,
Oh yeah.
I mean, that is something too.
It's vice versa, too. You can have a shitty actor given a fantastic script and they, you
No
know.
doubt.
They Nicolas Cage it.
Jack Nicholson is ranked very high on that list, I think, too. And I only watched it as an adult, and I don't appreciate the performance probably as much as that list. I don't know if you do.
What?
Jack
Jack
Nicholson's
Nicholson?
a Joker.
I'd still put him as third.
One argument that Kevin Smith did that for IGN, he ranked him, and he said he's just playing Jack Nicholson. Like, he's not playing the Joker, he's playing himself.
Yeah, but Jack Nicholson in himself has kind of always been that kind of creepy, kooky.
Yeah, so he didn't really have to, like,
Well,
perform. He
like,
just
but
kind
you
of,
didn't
like,
see Joaquin
elevated
Phoenix.
himself.
You saw Arthur Fleck. You don't see, you see Joker. You don't see Heath Ledger. I mean, those actors are lost in those roles.
See, I would say that with Ledger. I wouldn't say with Phoenix. Not for me, at least.
He didn't even look like Joaquin Phoenix, though. He looked like a completely different person. You think he looked like Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, I'd recognize the guy.
I could recognize that it's Heath
Oh,
Ledger.
Jesus, come on.
No,
Now you're pulling
I-
a Corey.
Well, that's actually
So
interesting.
since you are such a Batman person, pick another role that's not in the Batman universe where you couldn't recognize the actor, where you lost yourself in the character because you're so up your own ass with this Joker
Charlize Theron, monster.
Oh,
because you gained a bunch of weight. So you're
That was my answer. I mean,
What?
I could probably come up with another one if I thought about it.
well, I disagree wholeheartedly.
That's fine.
I would, on the small point, I think if I just looked at a picture of the Joker, I don't think I could see Heath Ledger. Or let's say, before, like, say this was, 15 years ago, if I just saw that guy, I wouldn't recognize him outright. And I don't know if I could say the same for Joaquin Phoenix. Maybe. I'd have to see the...
Well, you also dealt with Joaquin Phoenix without makeup for 90% of the movie until
No,
the
for
end.
sure.
If he would have started in makeup,
No, I'd say if I saw him, like, in makeup. I don't know. That's a blind test that I can't do because I've seen...
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Kind of a iffy one. But something to give you kids, which match the actor to the clown. See if they get it right.
Well, I like you said, we can't do that. But as much as I would put Heath Ledger 1 and Joaquin Phoenix 2, I guarantee you...
We're talking about live action, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're not talking Mark Hamill.
Okay.
If you put up pictures of Joaquin Phoenix next to him as the Joker and Heath Ledger as the Joker, I guarantee you more people could match up Heath Ledger only, and I'm not talking about their acting job, only because Joaquin Phoenix lost so much weight and his face looks so different.
So you're talking about like literally like with the makeup on.
Like,
Yeah.
Like I
skeletal structure.
Well, he got
and-
lost in the role. Like
see. I don't see that.
I do.
I see Phoenix acting. I see Ledger is gone. Like,
Yeah, but you're so biased because that's like your favorite movie.
I don't think it's my favorite movie.
Well,
It's
I
up
mean,
there.
but it
It's up there
is.
for me too.
It's no Matrix, says Eric.
I like it a lot, and
like The Matrix too.
I like the Dark Knight a lot, but I think they're comparable performances. I still agreeing with you that I like Heath Ledger more, but
I
I
want to
feel
watch
like
it again.
But I feel like they both lost themselves, and I couldn't put that to myself. I can't think of another actor that I feel like is gone in that role as much as these two guys lost themselves in the role, and I think that's partly because of what the role is. It's a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
I think off the top of my head, Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood was a pretty intense role.
But
He's
it
another
is.
method actor.
Yeah.
He is, but I still see him and his reputation. These guys, Heath Ledger
What's his
didn't
face
have
as
that
Hannibal?
reputation. Huh?
In the show.
Mads?
Mm-hmm.
I liked him in that a lot.
He totally embodied a character.
But I'm trying to think of things that aren't like completely like a Ron Perlman in Hellboy. There's so much prosthetics and makeup there. Of course, they lose themselves in the role. Even that, it's hard to lose Ron Perlman because he's Ron Perlman.
Being Ron Perlman.
I'm trying to think of like somebody else that's not like heavy prosthetics that just gets lost in a role. I don't know. Part of me is
Johnny
Gary.
Depp.
Yeah, part of me, Gary Oldman as Sirius Black. I see Sirius Black. I don't necessarily see Gary Oldman.
Christian Bale as the tweaker in The Fighter. Like, completely, he looked like he was a crackhead to me. Like that.
Yeah,
He didn't
He's
have...
another method actor.
Yeah. That,
That's what they do.
yeah.
They leave themselves at the door, and they become their character, and that's who they are.
until they freak out on set. Somebody
Or
messing with their
I
lights.
think that's part
Accidental
of.
overdose.
He
It
was
was,
stay in character during that rant, I'll tell you that. John Connor would never do that.
I don't know.
The new
What's-
Terminator's supposed to be pretty good.
What's
it
the
looks pretty good.
guy's name? Jim Carrey when he played.
Andy Kaufman.
Kaufman.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, it was.
Never saw it.
It's pretty good.
Even the documentary that they did about that movie was.
I didn't
pretty
watch that.
gnarly. It was okay. I watched it.
If I gotta catch BB up on Terminator, which ones do I show?
All of them.
No,
One and two.
1 and 2.
that's because for the new one, it doesn't take into account anything after 2.
I didn't see the one with Emilia Clarke.
Who did?
I saw it. I don't remember it. No, 1 and 2.
I remember liking the one with Christian Bale and Sam Worthington.
I never saw that. So I've seen 1, 2, 3.
Anton was in that too.
So don't show a 3.
I guess you could show her 3.
Just sour it.
That was with Nick something and
Claire
Claire Danes.
Yeah,
We'll just do 1 and 2.
Nick
man. Let's
Stahl.
just stop right there.
Yeah, Nick Stahl.
I had no problem with that because
Pulled out of Sin City.
it's A
Yeah.
and A plus basically, and then
There's another one that's somebody
Yeah,
got. Mickey Rourke
yeah.
in Sin City, dude.
That was a good one.
He
The
was good in
Wrestler.
it. And the Wrestler, too. And Mickey Rourke has a couple good roles, man. The Wrestler was so good.
I agree. I can't think of another.
Anything Doug Jones is in.
Yeah, I mean,
Robert Downey Jr. as Chaplin.
yeah, that's a good one. Have you ever seen Chaplin?
Charlie?
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched it.
that's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
You know what sucks is I don't get to go see movies very often, and Zombieland, Jojo Rabbit, and the Jay and Silent Bob reboot came out last week.
So, Jay and Silent Bob just came out for 2 days only, and then doing a road.
Well, they're
show.
doing a tour. Yeah, the San Diego one's in like December.
December, like
I saw
14th?
tickets, but I didn't buy them.
it's only $33 a ticket, man.
I
Wait,
looked.
it was only in theaters for 2 days.
Yeah, so you know Kevin Smith
He does a
doesn't
weird
have a
rollout.
production budget or like advertising budget for his movies, so they won't make back the money they spend on it.
It's playing at like I think Balboa Theater.
It is, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, I can't spend money so willingly.
I did the same thing. I looked at it and I'm like, I kind of want to go see
It's
it.
not Mark Maron.
Yeah,
So you get to watch the movie and you get to see a Q&A and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would be cool. I've never been at a theater. I don't know how big it is. It's like
It's a
Opera
big
House.
theater.
well, I haven't been there.
You haven't looked at the seating though?
I did. You could get like 33 were like balcony seats too.
Yeah, I saw that. I just don't know what the place looks like. And yeah, I looked at like one day at work on lunch. I was like, oh, let me look at tickets for that. So basically, I'll buy the DVD. I'll give them money.
Yeah, of course.
Jojo Rabbit, I couldn't find in any theaters around here.
It's not playing at the Kensington.
It's at AMC.
I Google it, I look at AMC, I looked at Regal, and I couldn't find no showtimes. I could be
You're wrong.
stupid.
Because I was looking for the first.
wrong.
This was a week ago.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you look for future showings or just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
He didn't look hard enough.
That Gemini man's gonna lose. They said like $75 million.
Yeah. I actually thought it looked okay. Like, I'll see it when it comes out.
Looked like a Netflix movie to me, though.
Yeah.
Like Bright.
I actually like Bright.
I was disappointed by Bright.
I could see why.
It wasn't as good as I was hoping. It had a cool few scenes, but overall.
So this
The
weekend,
whole first half I feel like was cool.
Yeah.
because it's Halloween time, I watched all 4 Scream movies, which I had watched before. I'd seen, but I hadn't watched. So I sat
Been a
in and
while.
like
Jan saw Bob in 3?
yes, yeah, because they're making the movie.
Yeah.
And so 1 through 3 is on Netflix, and I was like, great. I pulled on my Amazon Scream 4. I was like, shit, I have to rent it.
Did you?
Yeah. I was like, here's $4, whatever. And then I watched Child's Play for the first time.
First time ever?
First time
The
ever.
original?
The first
OG?
one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
A little bit different than I had expected.
Is there
But-
another one coming out besides the one they just made?
The Mark Hamill one?
Is there a Mark Hamill one?
Yeah, he
He's-
plays.
He
Okay,
plays
no, that's the one
Chucky.
that came out already,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard that there's another one coming out. I basically read something why there's a split. At one point in time, MGM was going to be bought out. They own the rights for something. Somebody's going to buy them out, and they didn't like the movie, so MGM gave it back to the creator. And then that guy didn't buy MGM, so the creator had the right to make the movie, and the MGM had the right to remake the first movie if they wanted. And both were doing it.
It's hard for me to in that new one. I didn't watch the new Child's Play, but it's hard for me to take what's her name?
I don't know who else was in it. Jennifer Tilly?
No, the girl April Ludgate.
Oh.
She's the mom. Like, I can't take this seriously. Like,
She's 35.
it's just still. It's like that's April.
Katrina's a mom.
Yeah.
I know she's a mom. It's just the act, like the character. I see
Yeah.
her and I'm like, that doesn't. I can't.
Oh, well, she was in Legion. She was nothing like April Ludgate.
Yeah, no kidding.
There was a movie called Ingrid Goes West she was into, and then in not Spring Breakers. There was one with Zac Efron and someone else she was in. Her and the other girl, Anna Kendrick, were in it. I'm just excited they're making 2 more Halloweens, back-to-back years.
I don't think
Is
I've
that
seen
ever gonna end?
I don't think I've seen a Halloween since the second one.
So it was rebooted with what's his name directing, Rob Zombie, right?
Yeah, the first one I thought was really good. The second one I will not watch again. I bought a dual pack, watched the second one, and then gave it away.
Really?
I was like, I have no interest in this.
And then the new one is a direct sequel, forgetting all those from for the first one, right?
Yes.
That's like Terminator, where it forget like the next one comes out forgets like half of the movies. Like, well, 3 and 4 and 5 didn't count.
Well,
but
there was H2O, and then there was Resurrection, and then Rob Zombie did a couple.
Yeah.
Like I felt watching the second Rob Zombie Halloween like I did watching A Clockwork Orange. Just weird shit on screen, and I was like, I won't ever watch this again. It's just weird.
I think I've seen a Clockwork Orange probably 10 or 15 times.
Really?
Yeah.
He likes milk bars, man.
There's a milk bar in North Park.
Dude,
You've
I
been
went to a
there?
milk bar in DC. So good. They have those crack pie.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't go into it.
Oh, and they've really the milk bar. It was on. They did I think season 4 of Chef's Table on Netflix was desserts, and the first thing they did was milk bar, and its ice cream is very good.
Huh.
Really good.
Well,
Different kind of milk bar.
We got to end.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
So it looks like Jojo Rabbit had a very small opening, but there are show times available, and then it has a massive opening in December.
Oh.
okay. I wanted to see it.
It's at La Jolla, so
I have to convince BB to see it. So she wants to see Zombieland now.
You have to convince her to
Two.
see it?
I have to convince
Just
her.
buy tickets and just go.
Well, she don't like Nazis.
It's
nobody's
good.
supposed to like
Yeah,
Nazis.
it's satire. It's not. It's
It's
not
like
Nazi support
Taika
movie.
said.
Well, I have to convince her of that.
We shouldn't have to make another movie.
I was
about
reading
Nazis
about
being
him making
bad.
that and how he didn't want people to look at him while he was directing him.
How does he not get shit for that? It's so funny that like Joker can be shit on like for like being so dark and disturbing. Yeah, he's making a movie about a kid having a fantasy buddy named Hitler. Not named Hitler, Hitler, I guess.
What's going on?
Blocker charge? No, it's yeah.
Oh, fire!
So that'll be this week's episode.
You give Joker a B.
Yeah. I gave it a B.
Had to know.
Yeah.
For the record.
Standard grade.
Same as Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be this week's episode. Thanks for listening. We're out.